Welcome to the Friday Spotlight Energy Report for January 21st, 2011. Hosted by Jed Knutson, Shona Kay, and Jen Tarasevich. Here is Shona Kay with this week's major headlines.
Thanks, Jed. The world currently has its eyes on the meeting taking place between the US President Barack Obama and Chinese President Hu Jintao. They're meeting this week to discuss some controversial issues, among them the future of clean energy technology collaboration between the two countries. Both countries have interest in this market opportunity that meets an urgent need to reduce global warming. China and the US consume the most energy and coal on the planet. These two countries are also the largest carbon dioxide emitters. Therefore, it is essential that they cooperate on clean energy technology testing, development, and implementation. China passed one of the strictest energy efficiency laws in the world in 2007. Covered by the regulations are buildings, cars, factories, and power plants. The US made progress in deforestation and land use. It also adopted new efficiency standards for vehicles, as well as deployed energy efficiency technologies like LED bulbs. Collaborating with China will allow the US to reduce its learning curve and costs. Working together, the two countries can pull ahead in the clean energy marketplace. Ice and Seiki Company, a supplier for Toyota Motor Corporation, is developing hybrid and electric car motors that do not use rare earth materials. This move helps reduce reliance on Chinese materials. It also enables Aisin to enter a new business segment. Within the next 5 years, Aisin, the largest transmission maker in Japan, plans to sell its motors to several automakers. China controls over 90% of the rare earths material market. For the first half of 2011, the government reduced export quotas by 35%. This came on the heels of a second half 2010 reduction of 72%. As a result, some of these metals have more than doubled in price. HIS automotive analyst Masatoshi Nishimoto stated, "Taking rare earths out of the equation will make Aisin's supply of motors stable, which will be attractive to car makers." With new rules in place regarding the emission of industrial carbon dioxide, US legislators are worried that future biomass plant development would become extremely difficult. Over 24 members of Congress requested that the EPA reconsider biomass. If emissions are counted as those that would be released from rotting wood, biomass is considered carbon neutral. The decision made by the EPA may sway votes for legislation that delays or blocks efforts regarding global warming. Since these initial concerns were voiced, the EPA has decided to push off its decision about biomass for 3 more years. While the industry itself is pleased, environmentalists believe that the practice of converting tree parts to electricity is dirtier than coal burning. No matter what the final decision is, it will have a major impact on the $1 billion industry. Industry spokespeople claim that burning trees, plant waste, organic debris, and wood chips is carbon neutral. They say that any emissions resulting from burning these materials is absorbed by new growth, resulting in a net zero effect. National Alliance for Forest Owners, NAFO, spokesperson Dan Whiting stated, "Biomass greenhouse gas emissions are part of the neutral carbon cycle, and they don't increase carbon in the atmosphere." Now over to Jed for our top energy news stories in the United States.
Thanks, Shona. The governor of Maryland plans to submit legislation mandating long-term offshore wind power contracts for utilities. The bill being proposed will aid in the creation of a wind energy market. According to his spokesperson, Sean Adamick, thousands of offshore wind jobs can be created in the state. Massachusetts environmental advocates promoted their upcoming legislative agenda on Tuesday. Senator Jamie Eldridge and Representative Frank Smizik committed to renewed efforts regarding a wind energy siting bill, which faltered during the last session. They also proposed new legislation to develop an Office of Clean Technology. The two lawmakers promised to revisit the wind energy siting bill that was not passed before formal sessions ended, despite having majority support within both branches. Representative Smizik said, "The House passed it and we think we can pass it again. We're going to file it again with some very minor changes, and we're going to fight for it." Senator Eldridge claims there are also enough votes in the Senate to pass the legislation. U.S. homeowners and developers are once again looking towards the benefits of prefabricated housing. Its energy efficiency, quality, and speed features have positioned this industry to grow once the housing market recovers. Prefabricated green construction may be the wave of the future. Technology in this market has improved significantly in recent years. Ted Benson of Bensonwood Homes stated, "We're light years away from where we were 5 years ago. Advances include 3D modeling as well as folding technology used during transport. Prefabricated homes like those from Solar Village include thermal solar windows." David Johnston, an expert in the green building industry, stated, "The folks doing modular are going way beyond code." Green fabricated homes are usually higher quality because they are made within climate-controlled conditions. Now over to Jen for more headlines from around the world.
Thanks, Jed. After having been temporarily shut down this past weekend, the Trans-Alaska Pipeline is now up and running again. The pipeline restarted operations on Monday, and the supply of oil has increased to a rate higher than the pipeline operator expected. At last report, the volume corresponded with what producers had pumped into the pipeline, indicating that the leak has finally been fixed. BP received its first oil exploration permit since the Gulf spill for an area off the coast of Australia. The company will be permitted to explore to deeper than 15,000 feet in a location off the South Australia state coast. However, the government warned that BP would need to demonstrate safety standards higher than were present in the Gulf of Mexico. Martin Ferguson, Australian Resources and Energy Minister, stated, "The permits awarded to BP follow an extensive assessment and due diligence process that examine the technical and financial competence of BP to undertake the proposed work program in accordance with the stringent requirements of Australian legislation." However, there are some caveats. Additional conditions have also been attached to these permits, emphasizing the need for oil field best practice behavior by the operator. Now it's time for this week's energy tip. In many cases, energy upgrades can cost significant money when making improvements to the home or buying expensive appliances. That is why it's important to know what programs your local or federal government is offering. These grants and incentives can offset much of the cost that homeowners face and make the new energy-efficient improvement projects more realistic for their budgets. For instance, California has a plan called Energy Upgrade California for meeting the requirement in the basic package, such as attic insulation and insulating hot water heater pipes. Homeowners will receive a $1,000 incentive. They also have an advanced package where homeowners are asked to have the proper size cooling or heating systems and to install energy-efficient windows. Meeting all the requirements of this package will garner homeowners a $4,000 incentive. For more information on these plans, check the websites of your local utilities, as they should provide the full details of all government incentives to make your home more energy efficient. That's your energy news and tip for the week. For more headlines, visit us at worldenergymedia.com. This is Jen Tarasevich for Jed Knudsen and Shona Kay at World Energy Media. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.